Hello everyone, and welcome to another royal reading here at MadWorldTarot. Apologies for my absence yesterday. It was a gorgeous day here in the Cape, and we went and visited Tess and her dad and took them out for lunch and had a long visit with them. So it was important to connect and catch up with them. Back here today at the tarot table, and I have the Gilded Tarot on the tarot table. It's an old tarot deck. I've had this version for a while. I haven't used it on this channel because I didn't really like the cardstock. I was quite disappointed when I got this particular version of the Gilded Tarot, but for some reason, when I was staring at all the boxes, this one danced up and down and said, "You need to read with us today." So that's what I'm doing. And I'm looking at the court case, one of the many court cases. But this one has just taken an interesting turn because the judge, Mr. Justice Fancourt, is fed up and made it very clear in his latest order. And this is the case against the Sun, the one that has been dragging on since 2019, the big group case, the one that Hugh Grant bailed on recently because he realized that even if he won the case, he might be in big trouble when it came to costs. Harry is ploughing on. And the judge is fed up, as I say, and has made it known. He has described Harry and the Sun as two obdurate but well-resourced armies that are basically wasting court time. And he has now announced no more messing around, no more amendments, no more bringing flaky claims my way. Either you settle or the case is set down for trial in January of 2025, and this is it. This is the case that's going forward now. No more trying to chop and change. And he also was quite scathing about Harry's claims that the Sun put tracking devices on his car or Chelsea's car or bugged wherever he was. He chucked that out and he said Harry had provided no particulars whatsoever to back up the claim that he was bugged, that he was tracked. These were just generalized accusations. Ouch! Any normal person would be declared a vexatious litigant at this point, in my opinion, and told don't come here again. But old big hair guy is obviously going to get his moment in court in the big payday, and Harry's going to probably get his moment in court because I don't know if he's going to back down. We're going to have a look with the Gilded Tarot and see what's going to happen. Of course, he's got that giant amount of money that he got from the late Queen Mother to squander on frivolous court cases if he so wishes. So I don't think money is an issue anymore. As I say, big-haired guy managed to string this along until the inheritance arrived in the bank account. That's my opinion, and I'm being snarky and I'm allowed to express my opinion. And so let's see what's going on. We're going to do a Celtic cross with the Gilded Tarot, the Gilded Cage that somebody lives in for some reason. That Four of Cups is face up, don't know why, and see what's going on. From Harry's point of view, we're also going to ask what the judge really thinks of this whole thing and how is it going to go in the end. Is he going to settle? Is he going to plough on? What's going to happen ultimately? That's where we're heading today, and quite amusing. It does entertain me. I know it's entertained the lawyers out there on YouTube who are commenting on it, like Black Belt Barrister. And oops, makes a change from some of the other Harry and Meghan type stories. So let's see what's going to happen. And yes, as I'm just checking my notes. Angry judge, vast costs bill, baseless claims. Also, Meghan, who doesn't seem to approve of what's going on with these court cases. We're going to look at that a bit later. Cards flying all over the place. And let's see what's going on. And of course, just tarot, just for fun and entertainment, just my opinion, just speculation, just read energy. And there is a disclaimer in the box below. Let's see what's going on. Mr. Justice Fancourt, how fed up is he? We're going to ask that in this reading. And I've just bashed the camera, so I hope you all didn't get a bit seasick there. Let's see what is happening. And As ever, I'm grateful to these royals for the light relief provided. And it's shown up again. The Four of Cups, and now it's in reverse, right? So it was very interested in showing itself to us. This is the card of rejection, of boredom, and of apathy. And I think it's a settlement offer that was presented to Harry. That's what's coming to me energetically. My opinion, the big settlement, or not so big settlement, was offered. He swatted it away. Oh no, far too little. William got the extra sausage and the nice big juicy settlement. I'm not sure if William was involved in this case or it was the other case. I've lost track. But anyway, I want more. Give me more. That's what's coming to me in that Four of Cups in reverse. I think our little story right there. Offered, rejected, give me more. And so there we have it. Situation from Harry's point of view. Where are we? Seven of Cups, deluded. Very deluded. Neptunian energy, Seven of Cups. So much potential. He still thinks he's in with a chance. What did the judge say? Generalized accusations. I think that's Seven of Cups. You could put a keyword in there, generalized accusations, and I think it would be quite accurate for that Seven of Cups. He still thinks he could win the prize. He might just win the booby prize because it's there in the Seven of Cups, the booby prize, the potential for all kinds of calamity, but not really seeing it. So very interesting. Well done, Gilded Tarot. I forgive you for your cheap stock and your sort of general tackiness, this version. Probably quite apt for these readings in this context. Cheap stock and general tackiness. So, what's Harry's problem? Just in this context, not in general. The Magician, how's he going to manifest a win? Is there a vision board with a must win and big-haired guy with tons of money in his pockets and in his fists? I don't know. I've taken against the big-haired guy, as you can see. Just that's my personal opinion. And I'm no reflection on his abilities as a lawyer or in his intentions towards the court or towards the client. I'm sure that he is operating from the best possible motives. But the Magician tells me that Harry is pondering how he's going to possibly almost, and this is my opinion, bluff his way through this, because he has so far not really come up with anything. He did seem surprised when the court said, well, you have to present a case. Oh, really? I thought the other ones had to disprove the case. No, that's not how it works. You actually have to produce your claims. Thank you, Black Belt Barrister. And then they can, have at it. Harry didn't seem to quite understand how that all worked, interestingly, and he seems to be in the grips of this whole spin cycle. The Magician is the trickster, is the spin cycle, is manifesting the power of positive thinking, and perhaps he's listening to some sort of meditation thing and manifesting a victory for himself. Let us see what his motive is in ploughing on with this case. Down below here in the depths, Page of Wands. He needs the good news. He needs to be able to produce a win after all the terrible things that have happened, with all the various negatives, things that he's done that have turned so sour. He needs this good bit of news. He needs to be able to trumpet it abroad and say, see, look, I was right, to continue, whereas the rest of you settled, you cowards, and I'm victorious, and I was right. But it's a quite childish, immature energy. Pages are very immature energy, and it has that kind of blagging, kind of bragging, I won, see, a very childish energy that's coming through me. I've got playground sort of showing off little boys energy that's coming through in that Page of Wands. So it is very, very immature energy there. And for me as an energy reader, what's his goal? What's he trying to achieve here? Still truth. He wants the big win. He wants to prove that he was right. That's a very powerful card. It tells me that he really wants to be seen to be right. He wants to prove that justice is on his side. Sword, victory is mine, and I told you so, and see, and clever me, because swords are clever. And he does seem to have a problem with being told that he's not very clever, and so I think he wants to win this as chalk up a big win against all the naysayers who told him he was stupid and he didn't understand, and he needs to get real about his chances and what's really going on. So he's hell-bent on winning this case. That's not settling energy at all. So his expectations past. We're going back into the mists of time now to 2019. There he is, the hermit, and he thought that this was his mission and his quest, because the hermit would retire and go and have a deep think. He wants to be the deep thinker. He wants to be the thought leader. This is the past, that he thought that he would lead people with this lantern of truth, and he would guide people, and he would prove to everybody that the media is toxic, and he would take down the media, and he would almost be like a prophet, which is a bit scary when your art teacher had to do your art O-levels for you, allegedly, at Eton. Next, settling, ploughing on. Where are we? And we have the Three of Pentacles, and it's in reverse. That's interesting. Interesting energy, because it's the working together but not working together when it's in reverse. Some of the others that are still in this thing might decide to bail. Hugh Grant, as I say, already has. But there are others. I don't know if I'm right to say Elton John is hovering around in this one. I can remember when he first showed up at the High Court in London with that swagger, and then sort of bumped into the photographer to make it look as if the press were hounding him, and then gave that Jupiter's Delight sneer, which we've all learned from our lessons on body language. Thank you, YouTube. That Jupiter's Delight kind of smirk. Did you catch that? See how they hound me. I am my mother's son. And into the court he swaggered. And I think Elton John was there that day, but never again. He slunk out the side entrance afterwards, so it might have been, I think it was in a bit of a grubby courtroom, if I can remember correctly. Not that glamorous, not, and I'm going to show my age, not LA Law. Okay, so that's what's coming up next. I think others are going to abandon ship. Rats are going to leave the ship. Shall we say that rather? For fun and entertainment. How does the judge feel about Harry in particular, but them in general at the moment? Two of Cups. That's interesting. I don't think for one second that the judge has fallen violently in love with Prince Harry. No, not with the Two of Cups. I think that he sees this connection between, and this is my personal opinion, I have to make this very clear. I'm not accusing anyone of anything nefarious. I think he sees that Harry and the lawyer have quite a tight connection. There's an emotional bond between them. Harry seems to, and this is actually quite sad, so I'm going to dial down the snark just for a second now. We've heard about how Harry's best friend, or slash only friend, is that bodyguard guy, the baldy one, that's retired but now is living a life of luxury and ease in Montecito on Harry's dime, and probably was the friend that went on the hiking trip on Harry's 40th birthday, 2 steps behind, possibly carrying all the baggage, literally and figuratively. Now we have the same energy with the lawyer, and I'm trying very hard not to giggle. We have the same energy with the lawyer, that somehow he's the trusted confidant. And I think the judge looks at it and sees it. And it's interesting because it's not what I was expecting. I was expecting scorn and grumpiness and condemnation. But that's why we do tarot. We do tarot to get these little insights. And this is a little insight. And possibly it's why we have the Gilded Tarot on the tarot table, that there is this connection and the judge looks at it and sees it. It's not manipulative necessarily. I would have got something different. I would have got a Knight of Cups or something like that for that energy. But just, this is someone Harry trusts and counts on. And so Harry isn't going to get a clue while he feels this connection with this person. And of course, the person was introduced through Elton John. Again, I could be entirely wrong about this. Apologies if I am. But that's what my tired old brain, been working very hard all day today and will be again tomorrow. My tired old brain seems to remember that this was the meeting that some people speculate was quite a deliberate, accidental encounter in the south of France at Elton John's house in wherever. Losing my voice. Pressure that Harry's under with this. Two of Wands. We're getting twos in this reading. It's the teamwork. It's, are you prepared? And lawyers aren't allowed to coach their clients. And you might have difficulty if you've got a client like Harry trying to coach the client. He was rehearsed very well for that speech he made at the Clinton Foundation in New York. Apparently 2 days of rehearsals, hired the ballroom where the event was, the fancy speech writer, the fancy speech coach. Practice, practice, practice. This to me tells me that he's anxious about his performance in court. If this goes to trial, because he's already fluffed up quite badly, fluffed his lines rather quite badly by saying, well, aren't you supposed to come up with the evidence? I can make these large accusations and then you must prove that you didn't do it. So worried about that. But it's not Nine of Swords. It's not, oh, I'm so anxious, will I be able to sleep while this is going on? Not at all. It's just, how prepared am I with my story that I'm going to tell? And I don't mean that in a negative way, that he's making stuff up. He believes this, genuinely believes it. So, okay, hopes and fears for Harry. What's going on? And we got, wants to win, and he wants to win big, and he wants the ticket parade, and he wants everybody to see it, and the newspaper to have to publish, and across the front page, Harry was right. Sorry. That kind of stuff. He wants the big apology. He wants the big payday. He wants the big headlines. He wants everyone to fall on their knees in awe and amazement at how right he was. And let's see if he's going to win. What's going to happen? Oh, we've got the 10 of Cups. He's going to get something out of this. If he goes to court with this, he's going to get something that makes him feel that it was all worthwhile. Interesting. It's not a money card. It's not a money card. Megan, of course, got her £1 in damages. So I think he's going to get a win. But a win in the sense that it's going to make him feel very pleased with himself. That he can take home to Madame and Montecito and say, see, look, I won. You won your case and got your £1. And here's my £1, my matching £1. That is going to be, we can frame them together like the salt and pepper that move together. So it looks as if he's going to get the happy, but of course with the 10 of Cups it's not quite what it seems, and so the happy is more an illusion of happiness, that, as I say, he's going to take this win home to Megan, and she's going to put on a public display of joy, and my brilliant husband, and he persevered with this, and he won against all odds, and all this nonsense we're going to hear. But scratch the surface, and it's going to be not quite what it's painted to be. So I don't see settling coming his way, others jumping ship here. And Harry, I think being Harry, courts don't seem able to make royal members of the royal family lose their court cases in the UK, which is rather disappointing, I have to say. You would think that they would be beyond tugging the forelock and yes, my lord, and all that sort of stuff. But it looks like a win is coming his way. Current energy And I don't see money in it though. I see illusion of winning more than a big solid payday for him. That's the reading. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one.